Hello guys, it's MagentaMan43 back with another Minecraft video. And today, I started a realm with a couple of my friends, and I gave them all 1 week to get as much tools and armor as they possibly could. And after a week, we will all meet up at spawn and fight to the death to see who could be the winner. I had to travel a couple thousand blocks away from spawn to finally find an area, and I immediately started cooking some food, because food is essential, especially when you're playing on hard difficulty, which is what I set up this realm to be played on. And while mining out my area, I discovered this little ravine, which we will definitely explore later. And after a little bit, while mining, I was able to find my first batch of diamonds. And it really was not that many. It was only a vein of 3 diamonds, but that was enough to get me my first diamond pickaxe. But after that, I had some trespassers on my property and had my first encounter with death, which will come up a couple times during this. Good thing it's not hardcore, but I was able to get back my property from the mobs. And after that, I looted a desert temple and got a saddle. I made things look a little bit nicer, so I added some stone bricks in, which always make builds look so much better. And I was able to get 2 cows and a sheep in, and I saw some pillagers, but I was not ready to do a raid yet, so I just left them alone and continued to breed my sheep and cows. And using the saddle I discovered earlier, I got my first horse, the baby. I got much luckier on my second mining trip. I found a cave with diamonds, some more diamonds over here, and a couple more on top of that. And now I had a diamond sword, chestplate, and helmet, and I gave the baby some iron armor. With a bit of diamonds on me, I decided to go to the nether, and I found a fortress right at spawn. But I got overwhelmed by blazes when I tried to take out that. So, instead I'm making a spider farm. I've never built an automatic farm with the trident killer before, and it is so much better. You don't even have to kill them. And I brought my enchanting table down here, so it would be much easier. I went mining again, and it was very successful. And after a lot of work, I had full diamond armor and tools, which I soon enchanted using my very good farm. And I actually got a very good enchantment on my pickaxe. Look at that. Yeah. And on only day 2 of this realm, I went ancient debris mining. And this was one of my worst trips. I only found 4. But 4 was enough to upgrade my sword, which I also had pretty good enchantment on. I returned to the nether to mine again, and it was much better. And now my leggings, boots, sword, and pickaxe were netherite. And I began to enchant them, and finally got full enchanted armor and tools. And now was finally the day for the fight. I'd really only prepared for the first 2 days of the week, and then just not played at all. But I was confident in my netherite sharpness 4 sword, and I had a plan going into this fight. My plan was to get into close hand-to-hand combat and trust on my sword to do enough damage that I would eventually wear him down and kill him. I had also brought a couple golden carrots with me, because I think that would intimidate him more. And let me tell you, before this fight, I had really underestimated how prepared he would be. And by the way, only Unwise Frog showed up. The other 2 people were not able to make it. But let's get into the fight. I was very glad to see that he did not have any netherite armor like me. And now, the fight was on. And he immediately missed a potion, which looked good for me. But then he hit me with a fire aspect sword, which I realized would be a big problem. He'd also brought a wild amount of TNT. I did not expect him to use this much. And I did not have a very good bow. I only had a half-broken crossbow, which was not doing the job. He was playing it very safe. He was just letting me get a couple hits in, but he was blocking most of my hits and then getting me with the fire aspect sword, which got very annoying very fast. Things were looking down for me, especially after seeing how much TNT he really did have. I was thinking quickly and decided to retreat to the river so I could get more water and have a quick chance to catch my breath, but he was not looking to give up, and that's when he pulled out the Riptide Trident. But that wasn't the biggest surprise. He had an enchanted Elytra, meaning he had fought the Ender Dragon just to get the Elytra. Things were looking very bad for me, and he came much more prepared than I expected. Taking it to the river was a bad idea, because then he was able to shoot right back up at me with his trident, and then my shield broke. This felt like the end for me. My plan here was to try and hit him into the ravine, but he was smart about it and jumped off to the side, and now he was able to block most of my hits, and I could not block a thing. I no longer had water either, so this was looking very bad for me. Here, I was able to knock him back into the river, and before he could pull out his trident, I landed a couple hits on him with my Sharpness 4 Netherite sword, and then he pulled out the Elytra. He just flew through the air and came down, but that was his mistake. I began to spam hit him, and after a bit, his shield broke, and I got the final kill on him. With his Elytra, he told me my sword did about 4 damage per hit, and I was honestly shocked. I did not expect to win this fight. I really thought I was going to lose, and he had an Elytra, which I did not expect, but it was a very good fight. Thank you so much for watching this video. This took a lot of time to put together, and thank you to my friends, especially Unwise Frog, for being part of the video. If you want to see a rematch, leave a comment or something, but for now, leave a like and subscribe, and have a good day.